The judge looked Diddy right in the face right before handing him a 4-year sentence and said, "You will forever be associated with Cassie and Jane. You can't wash them away."
When this P. Diddy trial started, it really caused a lot of people to have a sense of hope in the justice system.
This after his attorney spent hours defending his character. Brian Steele said Diddy is a leader, a civil rights leader. Talked about his success and how he's given back to his community. They talked about the charter schools that he started. They also said that he shouldn't be punished for being an addict and that he got addicted to painkillers after getting surgery.
Now, in addition to his 4-year sentence, what if I told you that this is also a reminder that yes, you can enjoy the benefits of success in your bedroom, but shame will always be done in public. Welcome to my channel. Enjoy the video and do not forget to subscribe.
They said that everything has been taken away from him. His freedom, his businesses, his reputation destroyed. They even said the money is gone. But they say despite all the bad things he's done, he's still a good man and that he needs help with his anger and drug addiction. So then the defense went back and talked about when the prosecution said that he already has speaking engagements lined up. And they said, no, it's not speaking engagements, it's teaching engagement. In fact, he plans to be a motivational speaker of sorts, going from prison to program to help inspire people and use his own story of hitting rock bottom to show that you can pick yourself back up again. They said it's healing. Now, the prosecutor spoke one last time, saying that Diddy showed us exactly who he was when he didn't know the cameras were rolling in that hotel attack video. And then we heard for the first time from Diddy himself. When it was his turn to talk, he sat in the chair a little bit longer, flipping through the pages of what he wrote down, before he stood up in place and put his hand over his face. He moved his hand and then said, "Thank you, Judge, for giving me the opportunity to speak for myself." He said the hardest part about this process was having to stay silent and not express how sorry he is.
P. Diddy is the representation of the average man that can achieve a lot within his lifetime. He's rich, he's powerful, he's influential, he has many children, and until now, we only had a glimpse of the type of lifestyle he had when it came to his connection with women. But all these things can be traced back to who he was before he was ever known to be P. Diddy in the first place.
Whoa. Here I come. Here I come.
And for the rest of us, it is true that not everybody is rich or not everybody will be rich. But it's not because everybody is lazy. For some of us, majority of us, it is because it is safer for us to be average and just live a normal life with a full-time job and be protected from even our darkest selves that we do not yet understand or even know at this point in time.
You serious?
Sean Combs was blessed with money, blessed with power, and if you should ask him right now after everything that has gone down in the last year, maybe, just maybe, he would want to be less influential, less powerful, less important, because all the money that he has ever gained has gotten him nowhere but shame, disgrace, and not being able to be the type of man that he would want his children to see.
Damn. I'm sorry.
And what happened to him can happen to anyone. If we look at what just happened to Shannon Sharpe, sure, it may not be on the grandeur scale like P. Diddy, but it happened to him.
Fighting back tears, he said, "I got lost in excess and ego." He said, "I'm humbled and broken to my core. I hate myself right now." And then he turned around to the gallery and his voice gave out when he said, "I'm sorry, Mom. I've failed you as a son." After Diddy was done, the judge called for a break. Now we are already 6.5 hours into this hearing. During the break, you could see that Diddy was antsy because it was time for the judge to sentence him. He was rubbing his face. He kept putting his hands in his face. It was time for the judge to speak, and he reiterated that Diddy was only being sentenced for the Mann Act convictions. But the judge made it clear that he was going to take into consideration everything he heard during the trial. He started off by saying, "Listen, Mr. Combs, I know your accomplishments, that you're self-made, that you're an inspiration to your community. I know about your accomplishments, your struggles, that you're a father, that you're struggling with drug addiction. I understand it all. However..."
Wait for a second. I gotta ask a question. Have you all subscribed to this channel yet? I know you are enjoying this video, so make sure you subscribe so we can fly. Back to the video.
And that's when the judge went off, saying the freak-offs were not just sex, drugs, and rock and roll. He said you abused the power and control that you had over women that loved you. That I heard Cassie's testimony. I saw the text, the evidence, the bruises. I know that 2 women contemplated taking their lives because of you. Said these are serious offenses and you've done irreparable damage to these women. That despite what the defense says about the prostitution charges, you were no John. You were more. He then said, I understand multiple people have come to this court today to say you're a changed man. But he said, remember when you beat Jane when you were under investigation? And this was after Cassie's lawsuit and after the hotel attack video? You didn't seem remorseful then. He said, do you remember when you taunted her while you were beating her and said, is this coercion? So with that, he said, I want to send a message to victims and abusers that you will be held accountable. And then laid out that he will be sentenced to 50 months in prison. When the judge read the sentence, both Diddy and his family didn't express much emotion. It was a stark contrast to the excitement and the standing ovation that he received when he was acquitted of 3 of the most serious charges he was facing. At one point, when the judge was talking about Cassie's victim impact statement, Diddy just shook his head.
There are so many men that this happened to, and for each person in their own smaller version of lifestyle, it happens to them as well, in their marriages, in their relationships, in their businesses, in their friendship circles. This is a warning that all because you can do something, it doesn't mean that you should do it. And all because you've gotten away with it so far, does not mean you will keep on getting away with it in the future.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
We always have this notion or mindset that when we've enjoyed enough, we will stop. But the truth of the matter is that the more you get to indulge in something and the more you grow in age, in affluence, in experiences, it always makes us want to push the border or push the boundaries of what we can actually experience when it comes to partaking in a particular drug or a particular action, especially when it comes to stimulating the brain. It will never be a time where people say they want to just stop. It would have to be something that they want to push the boundaries of because they want to feel better every single time. And sometimes these things come because they're a distraction from what really deals and bothers the people in their hearts.
Help me! Help me! Nigga!
All good things will affect you, and all bad things will affect you. If not now, definitely later in his life. Because P. Diddy was in a relationship with Cassie over a decade ago. And we see how everything came back to haunt him. And I don't know what he was looking for in his personal life. That this thing happening right now is not a coincidence. Because only him knows the full effect of what would have happened if he did not indulge in the actions that he indulged in. Same thing with Shannon Sharpe. This lady swooped in when he was on the verge of signing over a $40 million contract. Things like this always come when you least expect them, and it's always when you think you're about to get to that point that you have your peace of mind. So, all things come to an end, and so do bad things. P. Diddy is not the first. He won't be the last. But if we can help each other, and people out there, man and woman, indulging in any type of act that can be detrimental to their life in the future, then maybe, just maybe, this video is a major message that everybody needs to listen to. Here are some comments that I found. Diddy got 4 years, but R. Kelly got 30. I'm confused. We had way more evidence on Diddy. And that's the funny thing about judgment. Judgment will do whatever it wants to do, but only the victim gets to suffer it. Maybe this is fair, maybe this is not fair. But we don't know how it really affects his life. The justice system has failed Cassie and all the victims. And maybe this is true, because I think he got off easy. He got off very easy. And at the same time, Diddy did not want to spend an extra day in jail, because right now he's appealing to be sent to a different jail cell where he will spend the remaining 50 months of his trial. And maybe he will be released earlier than this. Who knows? Time will tell. Crimes against women and children are not taken seriously enough. I think they are taken seriously, in my own personal opinion. And I think they should be taken more seriously. But when it comes to the free will of some people being pleased and interested in indulging in this sexual acts or escapades with a baby oil, you can't really say much. But this is not about Diddy. This is about the rest of us that can still make a positive impact on our lives, because nothing is too late until you've reached the finish line. Let me know your opinions in the comment section. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and share.